Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are doing the Pacheco versus Nelson DAZN recap as Diego Pacheco, the undefeated super middleweight contender, took on undefeated Steven Nelson on the January 25th DAZN main event. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So, you had a battle of undefeateds right here between Pacheco and Nelson, and it was a pretty solid event overall. Just on the undercard, real quick, just talk about a couple of the fights on the undercard. Ernesto Mercado came out and got a big TKO victory in 4 rounds over former 2 division champion Jose Pedraza. The dude's mean. He's brutal. He's only got 1 decision on his resume. He's rolling. Good victory for Ernesto Mercado. Stays lined up for something, hopefully bigger down the line in the loaded 140-pound division. So he made a good account of himself on a good card. And then in the co-main, you had Andy Cruz stay undefeated with a 10-round decision win over Omar Salcido. So good for him to get some rounds in, in his young burgeoning career. And then Diego Pacheco, the youngster, just was able to outwork and out-hustle Steven Nelson. Nelson rallied at the end. It was a good bout. I mean, Nelson was doing good early and he did good late. But Diego Pacheco just was able to weather the storm. I told everybody this was going to be a good fight. I told them this was not a breeze for Pacheco to not look at the age as much. But at the end of the day, the age, in my opinion, is what gave Pacheco the energy to outwork Steven Nelson. But Steven Nelson showed a great account of himself. And even at 35, 36 years old, the dude proved to me that he belongs in the mix. He's kind of a young 36. And he knows that, and he automatically viewed this almost as a victory, like, hey, this was my showcase, come and fight me, and I think he'll get the look. So nothing to hang his head about. A good performance from Steven Nelson. And Diego Pacheco, this is almost kind of like a fight he needed to go 12 rounds against a solid guy that could box and punch like Nelson. Next step, and now he's got a good plan. He wants at least a couple more fights before he can get up on that Canelo level, which is right at the top of the division. So we'll see. Good performance out of Pacheco. I'm really interested to seeing what he does next. There's some good fighters at 168, even though title opportunities aren't there. But Pacheco isn't focused on a title opportunity, which is good. All the other guys like Mabili and Munguia, even though Munguia just lost, and Caleb Plant, they want a shot at Canelo. Pacheco's kind of like, hey, I want a shot at you, and then we can fight Canelo or something later down the road. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Pacheco does in his next one. It was a good performance and a good job by Steven Nelson Steven Nelson as well. So that's it. That's what I got. That is my Pacheco versus Nelson DAZN recap. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing, and you've been hit with the truth.